I work for the IRS. It is ingrained in us as an IRS worker that you have to protect the information that you have access to. If you do try and attempt to get information that you're not supposed to have access to, you will be fired. This year, we've seen that completely change. Since January, we've seen unappointed employees coming from the Department of Government Efficiency into the IRS demanding to have access to sensitive systems and taxpayer data. DOGE is meeting with our information technology team to try to figure out how to share data across government agencies that has not been done before. For example, we have non-citizens who work in this country and pay taxes as well. But there has never been a sharing of taxpayer information between the IRS and the Department of Homeland Security until now. And the fear about that firewall being broken, the fear about the sharing of that data, is because the administration is using DHS as their own police department, and they have these views of what that police department should do. It is hard to see because it is a thing in a cloud, but it is basically a technology overtake. The fact that the data is now being shared is terrifying. The IRS does share data with other agencies for specific purposes that have been specifically agreed upon. For example, the IRS worked with the Department of Education, so somebody seeking a student loan can come in and say, I agree, I want the IRS to provide this information about my income, but Congress has not passed a law telling the federal government, take this taxpayer data that's on all the federal forms and use it to do whatever. Congress has not passed a law. This is all coming from one political figure. So we have zero idea right now how they're going to use your information. Congress doesn't even know. We know nowadays that data is gold. And so if they have access to how much money is somebody making, where does somebody live, can we ruin your business? Will it be used to figure out if anybody's ever contributed to any kind of organization that supports Palestine? Is it collecting data to be able to ruin other people? Is it using data to be able to make more millions of dollars? You've got contractors like Palantir coming in, and you've got Microsoft and all of these tech guys who were standing at the inauguration together, working together with federal agencies on your data, on your information. And I have not read enough sci-fi novels to see or to understand what's coming or what's happening. I'm trying to piece together how the IRS is going to shift away from tax compliance and the fairness aspect into using the IRS criminal investigation officers as police officers. We don't think that the people that were elected are now the people that they warned us about. We can't comprehend that our data is going to be used in malicious ways by the federal government. So now, who's the bad guys? And we just don't know. But what we're seeing is this administration is testing everything, including laws. Hey, can we get away with this? I would bet that in the long term, what we will see is that government will have to repair the damage that is being done by DOGE. I can't even fathom how much repair is going to have to happen. The building back of a government that people would trust or rely on in times of need is just being eroded completely. And the only test that we have are people standing up and saying, this is not what we've signed up for. This is not the direction that we want to send our country in. So this administration, they're going to keep going forward until people stand up and say stop.